Take 3. This is just water. If I drank alcohol, which I don't, I'm more of a chocolate addict, so I'm gonna go make brownies after this. I'm so sorry, friends. First time it said it didn't have room, so I deleted some things. Second time, so I'll pull it back up, Facebook isn't on it. Sorry, I'm sweating. Facebook isn't on it. Had to go add Facebook. And then it said internet isn't working. It's literally right there. Now my husband's on the internet too, but we pay big bucks to have good internet, so I'm not aware of exactly what's happening. Okay, let's get to it. Now I'm gonna add in my overhead camera because I haven't done that yet. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, wrong way. I can't see you because I got a big square in the middle. So it's not working, my overhead camera. Let's start again. Shall we start again? It's like it's Monday, but it's okay. I'm not gonna sweat anything. I refuse to sweat. Wait, I'm gonna go in and I'm going to reload the switcher. There we go. Okay, well, I didn't reject you. You just were cooking a long time. And yesterday, friends, there we go, allow. Okay, I think I have it now. Yesterday, like the camera, which I probably need to clean it real quick, and you can see my little thing. There we go. My camera wouldn't work, so it wouldn't work if I held it up close or whatever. It was very, yes, it's okay. I am not going to get upset about this. If you join, and if you have survived the madness that's over and over and over again, please say hello. I got a couple things I want to talk about. First of all, did any of you all ever use Stampin' Up! Pre-cuts? Anybody remember those? Do y'all remember those? Well, I bought them, and guess who never used them? That would be me. Okay, so, hello. Yes, Wi-Fi. What is it? What are you saying? Oh my gosh, it's killing me. And I'm pretty savvy about this stuff. Like, I'm the one that does all the technology around the house. My son, my youngest, and I are pretty savvy about that stuff. And I remember my mom was pretty savvy about recording and recording with the VCR. I can never get that, but she can now. DVRs, I'm fine. I like modern technology. Anyway, my husband's not so great with it. So he's like, can you come down here and make this work? Typically, I'm good with things. Not today. Oh my gosh. So, okay. So tell me who you are at Dalton Shoulders, please. Okay. Anyway, I'm not recognizing the name, so tell me who you are. I want to show you. I'm going to do it like this and see if you can actually see it. Can it? There we go. I added, it's a little weird, and then I put, we love it. Because I like the weird. Anyway, because I am weird. All right, so do you remember, I'm going to show you those pre-cuts. Anybody have these Stampin' Up! Pre-cuts? And they had them kind of already perforated, and you could use them, and you could just have an easy frame, you know, to put the picture in. It was supposed to make it easy for you. Guess who never, ever used them? Take a big old guess. If you join, please say hello and tell me your name if you have a different handle, because I don't recognize those. You all know I'm brain damaged. Yes, hello. Anyway, I am, and tell me what I can call you, because I like to use your names. Okay, I had these, and I thought, I wonder if I can use these with my junk journals, and I'm sure I can. So I have a whole new resource. And then I thought, these are perfect right here. I mean, that's just like a little folio right there. How fun is that? So we're going to do some things with scrap paper. Also, how many of us get these things and then we don't like them, we don't use them, they're not our jam? Okay? You know what I'm saying? I have a bunch of these. Somebody gave them to me. And like, you know, all these little things. Are these stickers? Yeah, they're stickers with names, but I wonder if they're still sticky. Barely. But I'm going to show you ways. This is all back in the scrapbook days, you know. I thought we would take things, like this is a cute tag. Okay. I still don't know who you are. I'm so sorry, Dalton Shoulders. I don't recognize it. I apologize. And you know I'm brain damaged, so don't be offended. All right. I know one Smith in Tennessee, Lydia. I don't know if that's you or not, Lydia. So if it is, you said to call you, and I won't know who to call you if you don't tell me who you are. Listen, I don't do, you know, subtle anymore, guys. All right. I'm going to take a few of these out here because I think we could, I mean, I'm not saying this isn't pretty. Anyway, if you join, please say hello. And I'm just going to pull these out. They're perforated. They're already got a good size. Okay, now I know who you are. All you got to do is tell me your name, girl. I don't know who you are. Is this Miss Lydia? Okay, yay. Well, if it's not, I'm going to call whoever you are, Lydia. All right. Okay, love you too, if it's you, girl. Anyway, how you doing? How's everything going? Did y'all have ice? What happened? How did it look down there for y'all? Huh? How's the weather? Fill me in. I keep up with you through your mom. Praying for you all the day, all the time. Hey, Tammy, good morning. Thank you for joining me. So how many of us have these left over from back in the day who wanted to be avid scrapbookers and weren't? You know, I wanted to be a Creative Memories girl. I wanted to be a Stampin' Up! Girl. I wanted to be all those things. Was I? That's a hard no. Good morning. So I found these and I thought, let's just play with some scraps. And I had a tough time getting on here. It just was struggling. So this just gives you frame after frame, which would be really cute to use. These are like pre-cut frames. If I, good girl. If I had, and I love you too. I had if I had been a decent mom, I probably would have used these. But I didn't have girls, so these are kind of pinkish, you know. But I thought, wouldn't these be fun to use in our journals? And I just thought these would be cute to use to make little frames. So I don't know if your mom told you, but I did talk to a vet here in my shop, and she said that first semester of vet school was crazy. So I hope that's you, because this doesn't sound like you writing all this. So I don't know. Anyway, I will go check it out afterwards. And if you're a troll, I appreciate you trolling on me. That's kind of fun. But I don't know you. So anyway, if you are Lydia, tell me something only Lydia would know about me. Tell me what my name was before I got married 2 marriages ago. There we go. Okay. Before I married my boy's father. If you remember my mom's name, you may not. You can ask your mother. If you can tell me that, because it doesn't sound like you. Love you, miss you, kiss. We don't talk like that. So if you're trying to be somebody else, you're not. It's not working. So love you. If you're really Lydia, fine. Hey, hello everybody. Hi, Christine. Welcome. Okay. Anywho, at Dalton Shoulders, I don't know. These are left over, all right? And then I have all this scrap paper that I thought would be fun. I was watching, you know, yes, okay, awesome. I was watching, how's the weather in DC? So this is, how fun are these? And I thought, why not grab these? I was looking around, and some are cute, some we could keep, but they would be fun just to use, you know? If they're ugly, we can cover them up. If not, can we use them in our junk journal? Yes, we can. And then I was looking, you know, yesterday I was looking for papers to layer with, and I thought, I know I have a big bag of papers. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. And I was like, I know, I've done some swatching somewhere. Yes. Yes. How many people are obsessed with swatching watercolors? Anybody else besides me? And anybody else besides me just sits around and swatches when they got everything they need to do and they need to relax? This is how I relax. So look at all these swatches. Anybody at weather? Oh, I'm telling. This is the most I've been home since I opened my shop, my big space at Green Street. No kidding. I've never been home this long. Look how fun this is with the stencil and spraying. Isn't that cute? So, or maybe it was on a gel. It was on a gel plate, I think. Yeah, here's another one. Isn't that fun? Okay, so we got some papers to play with. Isn't that, so y'all know how I love a good swatch, right? Y'all know how I love a good swatch. Look at these colors. So I have plenty to choose from that we could maybe utilize that. This is a paper swatch that I used just inspiring y'all today, that I used. Okay, Dalton Shoulders, M2F. You're not telling me what I need to know, so that tells me a lot. All right. This is Royce papers, and this is the scraps, and I just swatched them. So you can swatch little pieces of paper like that. That's fun. I just did big swathing, because you never know. I love to do shimmer on old paper. Hey Tammy, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm telling you, this weather is fun, isn't it? Aren't these glorious? I don't know which colors I've used, but when I am stressed or I need to shut my brain down, I just go and I swatch colors on anything I have. So that is, if you are stressed out, go swatch some colors. You can swatch that way, which is fun. This is fun. I'm telling you, it was 4 degrees this morning. Now that's just not, we're Central Kentucky. That's just not how it is. That one's fun. I think I did a layering thing. So yeah. All right, I'm just reviewing what I've got. Okay. Lots of different papers, swatches. That's just drippies things. I use these like I picked up yesterday. Look how fun this is. Oh yeah. Do you not have electricity? Did you lose electricity, Tammy? Tell me no. This has been run through an embossing plate, which gives you really cool. I'm sitting here sweating to death because I couldn't get to go. So all these are just lots. Oh, that's a pretty one. I haven't seen some of these in like a year or two. Look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That might be pretty. I love that shimmer. So I love a good shimmer, y'all. I love sparkle stuff. Okay, it is chilly. It's crazy. Tony's gone to the store, but I haven't left my house. And my son wants to go to Lexington. I'm like, I'm not going to Lexington. I don't want to go anywhere. I love being at home. I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay right here. This is a really old newspaper that I have that I need to sell sheets of these. And it's like from the 50s or something. So that's fun. You can do anything. All I'm saying is if you've got old papers, you've got an old dictionary, old encyclopedia, or anything you're not using, go grab it. And if you like color, go swatch it. And there you go. So, yeah. I was like, these would be cute. I just want to make little things to use. Like these would be really cute on snippets, you know, not snippet roll, but little things to add if you need to finish the top of something. I know there's one little, where's that one little thing we were working on? Where did I put it? And I just didn't like the front of it. I just didn't feel like it was finished. Is it up here? Yeah. Nope. 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 It's not there. I'm also working on this. I thought I'd give you a little catch up on that piece, and it will finally probably be for sale. If I can just get her done. And one other thing, and I'm trying not to be so spastic, so bear with me. Who fell in love with Smash Books? You know why I liked them, I think? It's because they were the beginning of junk journals, and I didn't know about junk journal. I just dropped one. But they give you pockets, and it was like the beginning. They were Smash Books, and they give you papers. Oh, this is just using it, but they give you pockets. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is before, look at that. I have a whole thing with the months. It's so cute. And I thought, oh, I know why I liked it. I know why I was liking it. Because, what was that little folio we made yesterday that I've been working on? And, anyway, I need to put something on the front of it, and I haven't. This I'm going to sew in. Hey, Julie, how are you, babe? Long time no see. And I thought, you know, while we're all home with the snow, I'm just going to jump on here as much as I can. I had originally done elastic in this, and it was just pulling on this, so I went in, I reinforced this, and I'm going to use a hidden signature, and it's just going to be like this, and then it'll hide the rest of it, and then it'll be done. So it's a real fun one. It's kind of bluesies. It's had some, I'm going to have to work on the back because it's kind of gotten gross, but I can totally cover it again. But it has really fun little signatures that have horses and just all kinds of cutesy stuff. You do need to come see me. We need to get together. You know, Margie's birthday is this weekend, I think. Nope, it's the 6th. It's the same as my sister-in-law. Okay, let me show you what I want to do. I want to use these little things and make little just, what do we call these? Hey, my people. What do we call these little things that we put on, you know, like we layer them up to make a little, to put a little, oh, you know, it makes it look better when we do that. What do we call those? My temperature is coming down, so I'll be putting my sweater back on. All right, I'm going to pull this blue. Look at that. I like that blue. That is one shiny. Look at that watercolor, isn't it? Yes, but look how fun it would be to use it on these, like that. Like if I were to go down, tear it in half, it would be fun on this frame, like that, you know? These would be fun on one of these things. If you wanted to go in and make something cute and fun, you could go here in the back, tuck that in, and then you would have a spot for, you know, like a little tag or anything. You know, one of these flippy things. This would be cute if you had a picture and then you wanted to go in and just profile it. So if you see those, don't get rid of them if you aren't into scrapbooking. There's tags on there so we can use them for different things. I'm just going to make them more my jam. And I'm more the vintage jam. Okay, I'm freezing now. Okay. It was stressful trying to get us on 3 times, third time's charm. And finally, I was like, my watch is caught on my sweater. This sweater, which I think is like 15 years old. It's so not in style, but it's my winter uniform. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go solo, and I'm gonna pull you all up a little bit so you can see what we're doing, because this is kind of like detail work, you know? Yeah, let's straighten you out. Wrong way. There we go. And now I can go boom, 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 and I'm back. All right, I think these are cute, so I'm going to go in. I'm gonna rough them up a bit. If you have sandpaper, you can do that. I'm just gonna give them a little just on the outside, just to kind of make them go along with my feel of my, I can do those. I can do things that aren't vintagey, but I tend to always go towards a bit of a vintage vibe. I don't know why. Because I'm old, I think. So I'm just going to go in with this and instantly just age it a bit. Why is my camera? There we go. Look, is it going to focus? Yeah. Last night it wouldn't focus at all. There we go. I'm on the struggle bus. I'm not even driving it. I'm riding on that bus today. Did that Dalton? Can y'all tell me if they left or not? I need Lee to get on here and, you know, scare them off. This has something on it. Not sure. We're just gonna glue something right over top of it. So I have all kinds of scraps. I've got more. I'm going to pull those out too. I'm just getting things to have a little bit of an age on them. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can always go back and add. I just like to knock the white off of things. That's only what I like to do. Yeah. Julie, how's everybody doing? I love keeping up with you on Facebook. I'm just hardly ever on there, but it's been fun to. I've been able to go in and connect and chat. It's been just lovely. So this being home has not been a burden. It's been the best. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then where are my scraps that I have? Here's some scraps that I have. These are little scraps that anybody else would have thrown away. Now, what are these little things? That's what we're making. Pre-made little doohickeys to stick on something. That's what we're doing. Oh, oops, I just broke that one. I'll need to fix that. So here's some scraps that we can use. Little coppery things. That's fun. That's already done. I was looking for y'all. There's that. I have like a whole thing of like, that I put down, like scraps I would put down into something and put stuff on. So articulating well, but like they were little small pieces. You put them down in a bucket and you just toss them with alcohol inks and all kinds of things. It's kind of like we've been using them. And all right, we're gonna use what we got. Shut up, Beth, just get busy, just make something. All right, so I have this and I wanted to put it on. I'm gonna put one on here. We want to do that. I think that is fun. Okay, so that's a base that we've started, but we need to put something on it. And so let's look and see what little tidbit things I have around. And yesterday we lost power for about 2 hours, and then we set off the smoke detectors all over. And we have those, oh, you're so sweet. We have those that are all connected, so they go cray. Okay, and they're loud. Molly was like, let me go outside. So she hung outside because, and Tony went around and took all of them out because it was making, you know, it's so loud. It's so loud. These are too much. It's so stinking loud. So stinking loud. It's just loud. How is it, Beth? Tell us again. Just how loud is it? It's loud. And this happened in the middle of the night by myself. Oh, I remember one time the kids weren't here. They were with their dads when I first moved here. Or I got moved here anyway. And I called him. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm just going to say homeownership alone was a fun ride. I'm just going to grab, I just have scraps of paper in here. I'm just going to grab them and see if this is what I'm looking for. We need a little something something. Just some little something somethings to work. And I have all this. Oh, those are cute. That's a cute little stuff. I was trying to pull this out and I have it attached so that it doesn't roam around in my drawer. Huh. Okay. All right. Obviously, I go to what I like. I pulled my favorite colors. Okay. I just want some cheesecloth, dyed cheesecloth. Not all these strings. Getting on my last nerve. Oh, but these might be, that might be pretty. Maybe this. Is that too blue? Do y'all see a theme here? What I like? Yeah. Just a little bit of a theme with me, isn't it? All right. Okay. This might work too. I have these little labels that I love that we can layer up. These little, these have a specific name. And I used to know, I think it starts with a D maybe. Not super sure, but maybe. I can hear Joseph walking around. Can't find me. He wants to go see a movie. I do not want to go to Lexington today. I don't want to see a movie. I don't want to leave my house. I am happy to stay here and eat brownies for dinner. Oh, the ink. It's Distress ink, and so it's Vintage Photo. It is by Ranger. There we go. By Tim Holtz. Hang on. And it looks, there's all different kinds that you can use. This just makes it look old and grungy. I have, this one is Antique Linen. It's kind of a yellow, a creamy yellow. I have a lot more of these. They're just and this is the tiny size. I have the bigger ones at the shop that I use. When I'm there, this is Walnut Stain. It's a bit darker. I'll show you that one. And then this one is Black Soot. So it's just black. That is what those are. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions about my process, about my craziness, I will attempt to talk to you. Julie, what are you working on, girl? Because you came and got some goodies. Have you made anything with what you bought from me? Is there any, not Julie, Tammy. Sorry, Julie. Tammy, I saw your name and I was thinking Tammy and I said your name. So I'm going to take just this little piece of, this is just cheesecloth that I have coffee dyed to make it look vintagey. I can hear my people walking around looking for me. I mean, okay. So I'm doing that, just layering that on there. Okay. And I'm also going to take this and take my blue, just age it up a little bit too. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. I like to have it peek out like right there. Maybe we're going to put it under that. Like, let's do that. I'm going to cover it up. So let's put that there. Can y'all see? We need to get a little closer, don't we? I don't know if y'all close enough. And this is kind of, you know. Is that pretty good? I'm going to take me out of the picture. All right, so there we have that. And then I got all these like just little snippets of something. I don't know what they are. And if I find one that would look cute, I thought I pulled out a little flower somewhere that would be fun with it maybe. That one, this was an early one back in the day. How sad. Okay, that's a little depressing. Anyway, come a long way. Here's these that you can just make kind of junk with. All right, there's that. I need something, and so I pulled out, didn't I throw flowers over here or something? I could use one of these little paper buttons that are punched. Oh, oops, lost my shoe. Just don't fall, Beth. This might look good with it, if we did. I'm just looking to add a little bit more color. I mean, I could do that with some sari silk that has color on it, a bunch of it, you know, maybe. If I cut it out the right area, like that. Right there, maybe, I'm thinking, like this section. Let's pull this section and see what this looks like. I just feel like it needs a little bit of color. That's kind of fun. I mean, it is the same colors we're using, isn't it? Yep. What if we did this? right here. That yellow. I just want it to be kind of popping. Oh, clusters. Yes, that's what they are. Clusters. Thank you, Tammy. Which stamps are you using? I've got to bring some home so I can use them. Maybe do this like this. Does that make sense? We may not even use that. I don't know if we need that or not. And I don't think we need that unless we put this underneath. And then we want to rip it. You know, we want to make it look. If guys, this is one way that you can do that helps small businesses. If you would share this to your friends and say, hey, this woman's, she's crazy. If you want a good laugh, she falls, she messes up, she's kind of nuts, which y'all know that's the truth. And what if we stick this just on there? Let's just try it. And did y'all hear me growl just then? Okay, I'm gonna just put it right down the middle. And I want that to be kind of at the top. And I'm just gonna kind of squish it. Do you see how I'm kind of squishing it? Because this is like a quick grab glue. I'm just gonna see if it'll squish for a second. Like that, like so. And then I'm gonna put this, let's just go ahead and tear that off. Because that's just gonna bulk up, and I don't need it to bulk up. So I'm gonna put this kind of off to the side a bit. Kind of up like this. And this is gonna go this way. I rewatched the video I made of your journal. I can't find that. Did you send me that link to that thing you made, you showed me? Did you send me that link? I went on there. I don't know if I found it or not. I did buy a cute little Valentine thing. I need more paper things. And I said I would have my digital kit up yesterday. I lied, not on purpose, but I pulled it out and I was like, I'm not digging on that. I'm going to take this little button right here, which is so cute. Isn't he cute? Let's make him a little. Now, I can do this faster. I'm just trying to get my rhythm because I'm way off of my mojo. Shade and so. Oh, girl, that's a good one. Let me show you this walnut on this blue. Just a little bit. It's darker. It's a lot darker. This little button. I'm just going to grunge it up a bit. But I'll show you what you can do with all of them. And this is just a makeup brush. You used to be able to get them from Dollar Tree. I bought them out. And then, I haven't seen them there lately. And then, but you can go on. Actually, I went in and bought colored ones. And I just match it to the ink. And that way I know what goes with what. And I don't have to wash or anything between. But I'll show you what it does also. It's also water soluble. You could put a real button on here if you wanted to. Oh, look at that. Sticking because there's glue back there, Beth. Perfect. That's kind of fun, isn't it? I like that. It still needs like a little, you know what? It needs this right there, a little bit of it. Just a little bit of something like that. There we go. It wasn't, there we go. Look, just a little bit of texture. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, here's this one. This one I kind of like. This one I don't. It's really not my jam, so let's just completely rework this one. And I'm going to use the walnut on this to kind of knock it down. And we may end up using this little, it's a D. What kind of label? It's a vintage type of label they used to make all the time, and I cannot remember the name of it. Tammy, do you remember what it's called? These little, I'm trying to remember. I'm just taking this walnut, and it's a little darker. So this is a cooler brown, and the vintage photo is a warmer brown. Doesn't really matter. It ages. See, that's just doing the back of it like that. So yeah, how many of us have, you may have gotten rid of it. I'm so thankful I didn't. I have all kinds of those from scrap papers. I hope I spelled that correctly as I was rushing to get on here. Y'all can't even see me shaking my head, but I'm shaking my head like I'm crazy, because I am. And store your, it's called mailing label. It is something, I'll look it up. It's got a name, it's an old label, and I have some actually original, old, real vintage ones. If you have ink pads, store them upside down, guys, because your ink, it causes it to stay to the top, and it doesn't dry out as fast. So if you've got a stack like this, stack them together, pop them in, and store them upside down, and that keeps the ink close to the top, and it doesn't dry out as fast. So just a little hint from me to you. So there. This is cute. I like this blue. I could totally just use this, like right like that. Let's do that. I'm just gonna start gluing stuff on. And what I'm trying to do is you want to give it texture on the back, and then you are going, and then you're looking to do a focal point that will drive people. It'll just kind of take, it'll focus it in, because we like to have a focal point, and it kind of drives into your focal point, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I do top, and I do crisscross, and just kind of, it takes it in. So like this was my attempt at one. Not so great, but this was a long time ago. I did a snippet with packing tape. This right here is the problem. So honestly, I could pull this off, because that's awful. Let's cut that off, and then we'll make something out. I love the flowers, and I think I got a little crazy with some kind of something, but I feel like that is the issue right there. I'm just gonna pull that off, cut that out of there, and then I could come over here, and let's say I could pull this one right here. That would be so cute. Let's just tear this around. Gonna fix it because I don't like it, and I'm tearing it up because I can. If you tear up, you have all that raw paper to get ink onto, which is kind of fun. But I think what I'm gonna do is use my yellow linen, and that's gonna go right like that. And then all of a sudden, this is an issue too, so we're gonna cover that up as well. Let me get my, nope, is this, nope, it's the second one. It's the third one, Beth. It's antique linen. I'll show you what this does. I don't have a little brush for it that I know of, so I'm just gonna take the edge of it and knock off that white. These are little, these are great for traveling if you like to take your stash with you, if you're going to a retreat. And you can buy refill inks for all of them. Okay, that's fun. This needs to be fixed right there. Well, if we put a little bit of copper over it, and we did that. Or do we want to just cover the whole thing? Let's just tear this down. And let's get that, let's do some walnut on that for vintage linen to kind of knock off that, maybe. Has y'all's furnace or your heat pump, has it stopped? Because ours has not stopped at all. I'm talking at all. It is just rolling constantly. I don't want to think about the bill. And we're keeping ours low because we don't want to, strain the, we want to be a part of the solution, not the problem, that's for sure. no problems here. And when you get stressed out, guys, there's just something about making something with your hands. I don't know what it is, but it's really sweet to do. I am just not digging on that. I try to block people and they just keep, you know, I've had my number call me. My own number call me. Yeah. I wish I'd done a before picture of this so we could see. Anyway, I'm just saying, just make something. Doesn't have to be anything amazing. Just make something. I think I'm gonna do that. I think this is, yeah. It may work, it may not, but I mean, I wasn't gonna use it anyway, so. And just because it's cut out like a frame of flowers, you don't have to use it the way it comes in a kit or whatever. You can make it any way you want to. Now, I like, you know what it needs? Needs a little texture on it. That's what we're missing. We're missing some texture right here. There we go. That's a little bit. This is kind of convoluted up here at the top. I won't use this either, but I might tear this off. I don't know. I think it's better than what it was. Okay, let's get back to what we're actually here for, Beth. So I'm wanting to layer in, do I want to do that one or do we want to use like this navy one? I don't even know if I've ever used this navy one. Let's just cut it and see. It's kind of dark, but we can make it moody. And this frays really cool, really beautifully. So you can pull off pieces and you can have some cool strings. I love this. I don't even know if I have this on my web. I should just sell this by like the yard. So I'm just gonna pull it off. That gives me that fringe on the top and bottom. I'll show you on a white piece of paper or on this paper. Do you see the fringe on the top and bottom? Kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see it. You can kind of see it with my hand. It's light. It's a purple. It's a pale. But I think that would be fun, like this. And it's going to get covered up, so just know that. But it gives us some texture. Some texture on there, right? Am I making another thing that I'm going to hate? Maybe. Okay. And y'all, oh my gosh, I have been battling the beast of Molly Dot Fairman. That girl, bless it, bless it, bless it, bless it. Can I get that to go on there like that, maybe? Can I wad it up a bit? There we go. So it looks a little messy. And we'll stick something on it that will, oh, you know what would be fun? Look at that one stuff that is like a web. Where did I put that? And it makes it, it gives you texture. Got that would be fun. And it looks like a spider web. And I have it somewhere. Not that. Let's just get a little piece of this kind of. Like that. And then we'll put something fun, like a cute little label right here on top of it. And then you can put initial or something like that. That's kind of cute. Or is that dark? It's a little dark. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? What if we use like, I think this is dark all around it. I think that just makes it go wah, 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 wah. Doesn't it? It does. It totally, totally does. Do we want to put like a butterfly on there? Like a half a butterfly. That might be fun. Put her like that. She's sticky on the back, so that's the only issue. There's this one we could kind of cut out and do a half of one. Some wings like that. Nope, still dark. Not a fan. Not a fan. I don't want to do another button, but you know I could. Feels like this is a little redundant. We keep doing the same thing, and it's just not speaking to me. I know what I want. I just don't know where it is. Do I want to put something like this on there? Do I want to put... What if we took this and we used a little number? That might be kind of fun. Or we could take this right there. I wonder if we layered this up onto this and we put it like that. I still think it's dark. It needs something bright, don't you think? Like light and airy and soft and light and blah 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 blah. I just feel like it needs something to lift it up. Like this 7. Like this number 7. Sorry, I'm not even cutting where y'all can see it. Isn't this like watching paint dry? Isn't it fun? Isn't it just the most fun ever? I think we take that off and do that. I like that. I like that. Let's just glue, and this glue will go all the way through and hold, hopefully, if we move these down a bit, it just needs to, it'll hold them down on this label because it'll go through, seep down in there, and it should hold everything. Maybe that just needs to be. Okay, so then, all right, I'm done doing these. This is why I don't have very many of them, because I don't like doing the clusters. Oh, good. Yay, Tammy. Good, good. I hope somebody's having fun. All right. I did, while I'm cleaning up, I'm going to move over here. Okay. So I had my creative studio for Creative Club for adults. And we did, it's like a master board, but I was teaching them to just not have an agenda, just to create for the sake of creating. You know how you just kind of make something, and if it goes awry, so what? We'll just keep adding more to it. If it goes awry, we'll keep adding more to it. So I was trying to teach the fact that you don't have to have everything right. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to, it doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't leave perfect out of the studio because we're just all learning. You know, we're just learning. We're just trying to get by the best we can. Let's just toss that because I hate that. And I'll show you those in a second. So I have my master board. I'm just trying to pick up all these fun little bitty pieces of just love over here and find a home for them. Well, I will find a home for them, but just to kind of get them organized somewhat. You know what would be cute is to take these little pockets, envelopes, and decorate them. These were from, they were, what is that called? I just told y'all. Anyway, lots of fun things to do with these, okay? So, It was a, I don't even think they make them anymore. And I so loved them. And I thought, I could do this, and then I never did it. So, of course you didn't. Because I've had ADD more longer than I realized. And, yeah. So, and I cannot go to sleep before 2 o'clock, y'all. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. We are opening tomorrow, as far as I know. I'm going to try to drive downtown today just to get a feel for the back parking lot, so when I share and see what's going on at the shop, this is the longest without being on vacation that I have ever not been there. How crazy is that? So yeah. All right, let's just put a nice look at all this goodness. Somebody else looks at this and thinks it's garbage, but not me. And then I'm going to do with that thing I showed you too, with all these scraps. That's what we'll do with that. There you go, Beth. Let's get back to the original scrap paper thing. Okay, I'm going to show you. We did a class, like a couple things to talk to y'all about. And we did watercolor paper. I feel like it's such a good thing to do. Watercolor paper is a great choice for collaging or just doing different things on. I like it because it's thick. You can watercolor, it can hold it, but then it also gives you a nice firm board to make tags out of, whatever. Okay, I just didn't want you to have to watch that. So this is the one, it was big. Where did I cut it? This one, I think it went like this. Yeah, here we go. This is my big board. And we just used magazines. We use everything to make it. And then we put texture over it, and we use cardboard, all kinds of things. So this is a great way to go and use your scraps, glue it over, and do that. We also showed them, I think I showed this to the kids, but do y'all ever do this? You do swirls, and then you just color in the, make all the lines not sharp. I just watched another one today, which is really good. And for my tweens, they did, this is the sample, and it's a little bit wonky. You could do a lot more, and I just showed them how to do it, but it's just watercolor, and then they can go in and they can pull that one off. They can make shapes out of it. Basically like this. Look at how the watercolor bled onto it and that kind of thing. So now let me show you what we can do with all these scraps, what you can do. And then if you have a big bag of scraps, you can just go in. I would try to do a theme if you want to do all bright colors and stuff. Oh my gosh, I just hit my head with that. I'm so sorry. It didn't hurt. That was just so professional. I just feel like I'm far away. And you can, you can decide if you want to do bright colors. This is just with the ink, the Distress ink, because it takes water. Hello. And just use your scraps. Like these are all little scraps, and you can just go on there and glue them down any way. That's not really a scrap. Any way that you want to, that you have. And then they're just all kinds of ramshackle. Like I could do all neutrals on one. Like look at all this neutral stuff we could do. And you could do it you could do your letters upside down, sideways. You're just making a collage with scrap paper that you would normally throw away. Like the edges where I do that. And just, if you have magazines you want to tear out of, you could totally do that. I'm going to try and put this pop of color through here, and then you just collage it down. So y'all, I cannot stop myself from pulling the blues. Isn't that ridiculous? So that is what you do. Then you glue it all down, and then you can hole punch, and you have fun little like collages all done, ready to go on that side. Do I have one in here? I feel like I do. Do I? But I'm not sure. All right, I have been on here for an hour. I'm gonna go eat lunch. Anyway, what a mess today. Guys, getting my mojo back is probably going to be the death of me, but I'm going to encourage you, just keep fighting through it. Even people who you think are all experts, which I have never said to be an expert. I've never claimed to be an expert. I think I'm good at what I do, but I have lots to learn and will look forward to learning. So, but if, you know, if you're struggling with something and it's just not working, just keep at it. Just go do something else. Find another thing to watch to inspire you, and then that'll get your juices going and it'll get you kind of pull you out of it. But you have to recognize you're in it, and then decide you're going to, you know, fix it. Don't give up on crafting just because it's painful. Sometimes. And you don't have to go buy anything. You can use stuff you get in the mail. This is an envelope. I don't know who it's from. Running for a county court clerk. This is very old. And I don't know why I kept it, but I did. But this is going to be a folio right here. Look at that. And it's an envelope. Yeah. And listen, in our midterms this year, this is an absentee ballot. This was Joseph's absentee ballot. I'm crazy. But this will make a good little folio. I'll cover it up. And so you don't have to have, you can use magazines. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of digitals. You don't have to have the fancy paper. Literally, the pre-cuts from Stampin' Up, I bet, are 20 years old or more. I bought those when I was married to my first husband. Yeah. Okay, go out there. If you watch it, let me know in the replay. Share this to your friends. And if you hate it, just ignore me. So, all right, let's go be a part of the light, the solution. This world is an awful, scary place, y'all. But Jesus reigns over everything. So never forget that. And let's at least know that we're going to be a part of the solution, not the problem. All right, y'all, be blessed. Take care. And I will see you soon. Maybe tomorrow, if I'm home. I don't know. Planning on opening. I need to go see how things are. But I think it's still pretty bad in the outlying roads of Versailles. And I don't know when it's going to. I don't know. It's cold. It's got to warm up. Sun's out there, so that's helpful. Anyway, y'all stay warm, stay safe, be blessed, and go be creative. God made us to create because He's the creator.